What's up, guys? Welcome back. We're talking about why Jersey's so expensive to live in.
Yeah, very
It's
expensive.
very expensive, and we got into this conversation because I've been thinking of going to LA to do my master's in HR, and everybody's telling me I'm crazy that it's so expensive. Why do you want to go out there? And when I started looking into it, it really isn't that much more expensive than Jersey. I mean, it's up there, but it's really not much of a difference when you think about it. So I was looking for apartments out there, and it was a little bit more money. Like the average in Jersey is 1408 for a studio, whereas in California it's 1680. So it's about $200 difference, but that's also an average.
Yeah, when you think about it, it's an average. So there could be cheaper apartments, there could be more expensive apartments. Most likely, I mean, where we live in Central Jersey, so it's kind of more expensive than
Little,
South Jersey
yeah.
because everyone's kind of going to New York and that kind of thing. But my apartment was about 1,200, and that was East Windsor, New Jersey, which is by Princeton, 45 minutes from Philadelphia, about an hour and 10 minutes by train to New York. But I mean, you were finding an apartment for 1,200 that was 20
Yeah.
minutes outside of
Yeah,
LA.
so if you're familiar with the LA area, Pasadena, which is about 20 minutes outside of LA, I think it might still be LA County technically,
Yeah,
but it was about $1,200 for a pretty decent apartment, and something similar that we would find here. And that's only 20 minutes outside the city.
yeah, which everyone says is so expensive, but in reality, it's the same exact money that I was spending here.
Like
So
like to most of the country's perspective, it's expensive, but like for us coming from here, it's really not that much of a difference.
it's not because we're almost the same price. I
Yeah.
mean, it's outrageous. The other crazy thing is a while back, one of my friend's cousins got married in Minnesota, and I went out there, and they had this little condo that was like 3 bedrooms, garage, living room, kitchen, like huge place for $600 a month.
That's crazy.
And like, yeah, that's crazy cheap. But the other crazy part was he delivered pizza for a living. Which
Wow.
I mean, I don't know about you, but if I did that in New Jersey, I wouldn't be
No.
able to live. Maybe in a cardboard box or live
No.
with about 3 other people. But him and his girlfriend would be able to afford it. I mean, she was a hair salon stylist person, but
But you can make money, but that's
she made good
still
money. But still, like it's outrageous. If
that's
you had that
crazy to me.
here, you'd have a 1 bedroom apartment,
Not
and
even
then every single year your rent would go up about $100.
yeah.
Like,
Like that's definitely tough to go off of. Like
it's mind
it's
blowing.
yeah,
And I mean, to that aspect too, you go to California, I'm sure the jobs pay a bit better out there too,
yeah,
especially with what you want to look for.
yeah. Well, I've been looking for a lot of different other positions, especially here, there, and if when you're once you're graduating, you start to look for other jobs with your bachelor's degree, and all these companies want 3 years of experience, and they're gonna pay you $15 an hour with a bachelor's degree. Like it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, we're not talking about some random degree. I mean, Phil's going into HR,
Yeah,
which is
HR
up there.
management, which is what I'm getting my bachelor's in,
Yeah,
but
it's outrageous. You want 4 years of experience, people are still paying off their college loans and all that kind of
yeah.
stuff. $14 an hour, which, as you
Like
can
I can
see,
make more than that working a retail job. Like why do I need a degree for? It's crazy.
yeah, it's great. I mean, for future, I'm sure it pays off a little bit better once you get in. But I mean, at $14 an hour, as you can see, you can't afford a 2 bedroom apartment, maybe a 1 bedroom, just barely.
Yeah.
But then you still have all your student debt and all that kind of stuff. It just doesn't work.
No.
That's what we're pretty much saying. Which then basically led us into the whole housing. We're like, okay, so apartments are about the same. What about housing? So we did some research here, and the average price of a home. Let's see if I can find it. I will lose my spot. There it is. Average price of a home in New Jersey is $315,000. Average price of a home in California. I'm blind. There we go. 385,000.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So see, you're shocked.
Yeah, that
70,000.
because I wasn't even at the point of looking at a house out there because I'm not planning on staying there for that long, at least as of right now. But wow.
And again, that's average. You could find cheaper. You could find more expensive.
Well, yeah, because definitely because I did look. I mean, I looked briefly in the Sherman Oaks area in LA, which is where I was looking to stay in, and the houses out there. It's like good luck finding something under $1 million. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on
But
the parts and that
that's
kind of stuff.
but if you look at average, that's
But not
crazy.
really that much more expensive. And then to go
Huh?
further into it, if you look at actual property tax, New Jersey has the highest out of all the
Yeah,
states.
that I knew.
It's 2.35%. So on a house that costs $315,000, you'd be paying $7,000 in taxes a year. Where on California, which keeps missing, there it is. California is 0.81% taxes. So $3,000 in taxes on their average cost of a
Just
home,
385,000.
which is literally half the taxes that we pay. Outrageous.
I don't know. It's really not like if you like we were looking at a lot of the lists too that are like most expensive countries states to live in, and California and Jersey they're both in the top 5, but always some reports will show
Yeah,
one
depending on the
ahead of
year
the
and all that
other
kind of stuff.
depending of that on all of that. It's just crazy. I didn't realize
How close they
how
are.
really close we are. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and everyone just has this like just mindset. Oh, you don't want to live there; it's too expensive. It's like I have friends that are looking for what was it? No, Newark.
Yeah.
Newark. I said Newark or Trenton or Hoboken or whatever. Looking for
Hoboken.
apartments. Hoboken, I think, is actually where they were looking. $2,200 a month for a bedroom or 2 bedroom, and honestly, the 2 bedroom was way smaller than my single bedroom. That is outrageous. Now, granted, most of those people work in New York. You get paid a bit more, that kind of stuff, but it's still insane when
Yeah.
you think about it. And the other crazy part is, like you said, the average price of a house here is what 315,000. We said,
Mhm.
if you take a mortgage out for $300,000, well, let's just do 240 because say you put 20% down. That's only 100. No, sorry, $1,180 about in mortgage a month. So apartments are way more than getting a mortgage.
Yeah, but you have to be able to afford
Obviously, you have to be able
a
to
down
afford down
payment to be able to
payment,
do it,
closing costs, all that kind of
which is
stuff.
where a high paying job comes into play.
Yeah, which you,
Which good luck.
it's all
If you,
really
if you want a
intertwined.
bachelor's degree, 3 years of experience, you're gonna pay me $15 an hour. Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, so my one sister is $60,000 in debt. My other sister is about $90,000 in debt after school, which is a lot of money. And then trying to be able to afford a house and all that stuff. People don't have that kind of money,
No.
and I mean, I guess it kind of shows it because the middle class is kind of going down. But it's eye opening.
Yeah, it's definitely, just, especially me. I've been in school for so many years, and just I've been working a steady full time job since I was 18
Yeah,
at the same company, and I've been making money there. That it's once you actually start to look for something in what you've been studying, it's completely mind blowing how much of almost a step back you have to take financially to be able to start.
yeah,
I almost that's why I want to get my master's degree and why I want to go out there also for the experience of it, but it's almost getting to a point where I feel a little bit defeated from it.
yeah. I mean, and to that extent too. I was working a job where you didn't need any college experience with a really popular and really lots of money company that I'm not going to mention. And I was making good money. I mean, I was making more money than my one sister with a master's degree and my other sister that's a nurse. But I wanted to do what I went to school with, and I ended up taking like a 15 to 20 grand pay cut just to do that.
Yeah, and it was hard for you to adjust at
It's
first, especially.
very hard for me to adjust, but I mean, happiness wise, that's kind of what I wanted to do,
Yeah,
so that's what I went
it's
for.
what it's about.
But it's crazy.
Yeah, it just makes me mad. Like, like especially I wasn't my family's not from the United States. We're not from New Jersey. It just makes me mad. Out of all the states you picked, you had to pick the most expensive one. Like, really?
It is. And then the other fun fact too is when we're talking about taxes and property taxes and all that kind of stuff, we're like, where does the money go? So we're the highest property tax out of
Mm-hmm.
anywhere, and our roads have potholes in them everywhere.
Yeah, it's
You, you
terrible.
you can't have a car with low profile tires and like that
I've seen
that's
so many
lifted.
accidents just from people trying to avoid potholes. So
Yeah,
many accidents.
it's just nothing's really maintained, and it seems like your money's not going anywhere. Where California, I mean, I've been there, you've been there. It looks, I mean, again, we're visitors. We're not there all the whole
Yeah,
time.
and we haven't been to every part of it, but from what we've
Yeah,
seen,
it
it
looks
seems
a lot
pretty
more kept.
upkept, like cleaner too.
Yeah,
Plus, also, a lot of places in California are doing free community college now,
yeah,
which I'm sure that so they're paying
which is
less.
another benefit. Yeah,
They're paying less property taxes, but they're getting more perks out of it. It seems.
yeah.
I wish I went to college for free. I would have jumped on that opportunity. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I mean, now granted, we don't know about like the income tax part and that kind of stuff, how much
Yeah,
the state has or the other taxes that they
because I know
have.
their sales taxes are higher,
Yeah, but not by much.
but yeah,
We're what 0.72 now or something like
yeah,
that,
something like that.
and I think what are they like 9?
8.6 or 9. I don't know why that number's coming out in my head, but
Yeah, there's somewhere around, but still, it's not that much difference, and you're getting more. You know, like here in Jersey, we have something called NJ Stars, which changed so many times, but pretty much if you're in the top 5% of your high school graduating class, you got free county college. But then after that, you pretty much got nothing.
should have done that.
It keeps changing though. I mean, when my sister started, it was a lot better than when I did it. It honestly, we got like nothing for it, and
Yeah.
now I think there's like pretty much nothing for
I
it.
mean, I know I was eligible for it when I graduated, but I just never really looked into it.
Yeah.
because I was just set on going to the school I wanted to go to, and
But yeah, we pretty much get nothing for it. And it's just getting harder and harder and harder though, because you want to go to school, you want to make more money, that kind of thing. But you at a certain point, you kind of need the money to do that to get somewhere.
it just makes me mad is all.
Makes us really mad. So California, we may be moving out there soon.
Yeah, very very high possibility. I mean, I'm very shallow and I don't want to die in an earthquake, which is the only reason I might not stay out there permanently. But I definitely want to experience that for a little while. But
And it seems happier, which is
yeah,
the other
so
thing.
I went when I went 2 years ago. I was in, so we kind of went all over, but San Francisco is where we first went to, where we landed in, and I'm walking down the street. I thought normal looking. We're just walking down. We were at the one of the piers, and someone's like, "Smile, you're in San Francisco." And they're just staring, and I'm just staring back like dumbfounded, like what? And everyone else around is just laughing, like everyone knows we're not from there. It's crazy.
Well, yeah, I mean, Jersey is such a fast-paced environment, and people are constantly moving. I'm sure there's a sense of community somewhere, but there really isn't that much community, I would say. I mean, you try to cross a road here, and people don't stop for you, even if you're at a crosswalk.
Yeah, what's crazy there, like you go into it, like off of that, you go into a shop and people say hello to you as they pass by you in the
And I'm sure they
supermarkets.
hold the door open for you too.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, here they'll throw it in your face. It's just kind of
And we
like
don't
what we're
mean,
used to.
and we don't mean to come across like this, like some completely alien world, but to us, it's just very
It,
different. We're not used to that, and
yeah,
obviously, people are people. Where you live doesn't always impact who you are, but we noticed it enough where we're talking about it. We noticed it enough that people just seem nicer and more
yeah, more genuine.
slow paced. It was
Definitely
different
a
to
slow
us.
pace. I went to Texas for work for about a month a while back, and same thing. Like I was at a store. I think I was like buying shampoo because I didn't want to bring it on the flight, and the person at the cash register just was talking to me for like 20 minutes, and I was buying three things.
Yeah.
Over here, it's just like beep beep beep, bag, you're just
Have a
getting
good
out.
day. If
Not
you're
even
if you're
have a good
lucky,
day.
if you're
You don't even
lucky.
get that. Like,
It's like next scan.
it's just so
It's
different.
15.49. Here's your crap. Go away.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if it's really like the sun and whatnot. California is amazing. I was in Cupertino for a while. I was there for about a month too. And just the people are nicer and happier. Like
I think it's just turning into a "We Love California"
it probably
podcast.
is. I think it's also the sun. I think they always get sun, but it's amazing. I mean, I have a friend out there that's living out there. She loves it. I mean, she's a block away from the beach, and her
Yeah,
apartment's the
and
same
it's
price as mine.
cheap. She lives right in San Diego.
Yeah, and she loves it.
Yeah, that's
But
crazy. It's just makes me mad. I'm gonna stop talking about
not
it
to
now.
mention, if you pre-ordered a Tesla 3, if you live in California, you're getting it first, and I'm very jealous about that because I live in Jersey, and it will be forever for me to get mine.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, I mean that's pretty much what we're talking about. If you guys have any comments or anything, feel free to put below. We
Yeah,
want
we'd
to get
love to
other
hear your
opinions.
thoughts, like where you live in the country. Again, since I've been in the United States, I've only ever lived in New Jersey. I've actually lived in the same house, and I moved here in 2000.
Yeah,
I've never really lived anywhere else. I mean, I've been to other places in the country, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on how it is where you live.
yeah, especially with like if you have a retail job or work at like a fast food place or whatever, if you're able to have an apartment,
Yeah,
that
if
kind
you're
of
able to
thing.
support yourself, a family with that, like here, you definitely aren't, at
Yeah,
least for
here you
the most
definitely
part.
can't.
Absolutely not. It's just hard, especially while you're supporting yourself through school. But we just love
Yeah,
to hear your thoughts.
yeah. So make sure you comment below, subscribe.
See you next time.
Yeah, see you next time.